The House Oversight Committee has just received a new batch of documents from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. According to a letter obtained by NBC News today, the new material includes a previously redacted name from Epstein's now infamous 50th birthday book. That name has not yet been made public. The estate also gave the committee another of Epstein's address/contact books. Let's get into that. Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia of California. He's the ranking member of the House Oversight Committee.
Congressman, I want you to know, we were like, why is the congressman not at the table with us? And then we realized it's because you were actually working late into the night. So thank you for being with us. What can you tell us about what is in this new material?
Well, I mean, look, the new material that's come out from the Epstein estate, and this is different, of course, than the DOJ documents that we're still waiting to get. Not a lot of new material from the Epstein estate, even though we do believe there is a lot of additional information that it's still on its way. Most of what the Epstein estate actually sent over to us in this last batch were just additional contact information, contact books that Epstein had. Almost all of it had been already released to the public. There is some new information that's being right now analyzed, but it looks like 95% of the information we already had. And so nothing new. And the concern there is that what we're waiting on is the full tranche of documents that we already have a subpoena out for. The DOJ, the White House, Donald Trump continue to cover up all of the Epstein files and documents. That's the focus. That's what we need right now. And we're going to continue to get that information out, just like we did with the birthday book that we got out just about a week ago.
And you put out a statement today, actually, about the birthday book, and I want to read from it from our audience. Last week, a bipartisan group of lawyers with the Oversight Committee traveled to New York City to independently verify the authenticity of Epstein's birthday book. Our lawyers confirmed the authenticity of the book that was given to Congress and reviewed the note written by Donald Trump, which he claimed did not exist. Can you talk about why it's important for members of the Oversight Committee to actually see this unredacted information? And did they see any additional unredacted documents at the estate that you are ready to, share now?
So first, it's really important that we get and that we verify all the documents ourselves. And so our team was in New York for a few days last week just to confirm in person a visual confirmation of the book. We saw the book. We saw the note that Donald Trump said doesn't exist or is a hoax. We saw the note. It's been confirmed. We've talked to numerous folks. You've seen the forensics evidence that has come out. I mean, people understand that that note is Donald Trump's, and he continues to lie about it. As it relates to other redactions, we were able to see some additional information. We're not able to release any of that at this moment. But every single day, we are getting more information. Every single day, we talk to more survivors who are more willing to share their stories. Every day, we're closer to meeting with Alex Acosta, which is going to happen here towards the end of the week. And we will talk to anyone who's willing to share information. Look, I'll just tell you that we just spoke, for example, with Michael Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother. He also made it very clear that he's very aware, as someone who has a note himself in that book, that Ghislaine Maxwell put that book together, that Donald Trump and others sent notes to Jeffrey Epstein. So we're not leaving a stone unturned here. We will talk to anyone at any time to put this case and build this case as the days and weeks move forward.
Congressman, what does all of that do? What does all of that mean? The gathering of the information, the birthday book, the contents of the book. I mean, what is the narrative that people should be pulling away from this? Because is it just enough that these things happened and that Jeffrey Epstein did what he did? Or what else is there? We've seen, for example, other politicians across the pond, an ambassador get pulled back and defrocked, if you will, his ambassadorial appointment taken from him. So there are people who do react to what they see and hear here. It seems to be different for the U.S., though. And how are Democrats or anyone who's really kind of in this process trying to make this as clarifying as possible for the American people? And I guess the question then becomes, to what end?
Look, I think one, obviously, that release of the book and that note with the ambassador, of course, to the United States from the UK is no longer in that position because of his comments and what he wrote and the photos that were in that birthday book. But two things are important. One is there is a story here and a narrative that is really clear, and it's grounded in truth. We know that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were best friends for 15 years. Jeffrey Epstein said so himself. We know they've been photographed at numerous events, that they were close, that a lot of this comes back and goes back to Palm Beach in Florida. We know that Alex Acosta, for whatever reason, gave Jeffrey Epstein a sweetheart deal that no one understands. There was clear evidence against Epstein, against other powerful people that were engaged in these same activities, and for whatever reason, our government and Alex Acosta made the decision to essentially slap Jeffrey Epstein on the wrist. We then, of course, know that he goes on to commit other crimes. And so gathering that evidence and bringing in the survivors and the victims to share their stories, and I will add, many of these survivors are scared. They know that they are up against very powerful and influential men. We're talking about some of the richest, most powerful men in the world. And so ensuring that they have the safety and the space to tell and share their stories is important. And you're going to hear more stories in the days and weeks ahead as well. And so that lays, I think, a very clear case that there's interest in the American public who wants to know more. So then the question becomes, why is the White House now trying to cover all of this up? Why are they trying to stop this investigation? Why are they trying to stop Democrats from getting subpoenas? Why, after saying they're going to release the files, they immediately now don't want to release any more files? That, I think, is the big question, the one that we're trying to get an answer to, because this is not just about the crimes that have happened. This is clearly now becoming also the cover-up. And so that's what we're chasing, and we will not stop till we get the truth out there.